The night air in Shanghai carried the faint pulse of the Huangpu River, rhythmic, eternal. Lin Wei stood before his dressing room mirror, the glint of fame reflected in his tired eyes. Just hours earlier he'd wrapped filming on his latest romantic drama, another story of heartbreak and hope. Fame had been kind to him. Maybe too kind. When the email came, it seemed like the next step in a charmed life. Invitation, feature film shooting in Thailand. Directed by Tan Kai. International cast. Immediate availability preferred. He skimmed the offer, saw the pay and smiled. It was legitimate enough, or so it looked. What Lin Wei didn't know was that he'd just stepped into a digital trap. A lure spun from greed, desperation, and the unseen networks of cross-border fraud. Lin Wei's agent, June, was cautious but intrigued. The message came from a production email domain that matched a small Thai studio. Their portfolio looked sparse but real. "You'll fly to Chiang Mai, meet the crew and shoot the teaser scenes," June said. "Everything checks out." On January 4th, Lin Wei boarded a red-eye flight. He thought of palm trees, golden temples, maybe even a fresh start after a year of heartbreak and gossip. At Chiang Mai Airport, a man in a denim jacket held a sign, "Wei Lin, Production." His Mandarin was halting but friendly. "We drive border, faster route. Other team there already," the man said. Wei's phone lost signal an hour later. Mountains rose in jagged lines, the roads narrowing to ribbons of dust and shadow. When the van finally stopped, he saw not a film set, but a fenced compound lit by floodlights, guarded by men in camouflage. Two men pulled Wei from the van. His bag was taken. His passport disappeared. "Welcome to Myanmar," one of them said in broken Mandarin. "You work here now." They led him through a courtyard packed with computer terminals, hundreds of screens flashing with chat windows, cryptocurrency dashboards, and digital maps. It was a scam center. Wei's job: pose as a crypto investment analyst and lure victims through online romance. He resisted, at first. They took his phone, locked him in a room, fed him stale rice. Each refusal brought a new punishment: sleep deprivation, isolation, threats. By the fourth day, a guard whispered to him at night, "Do the job. Stay alive. Police no come here." Wei stared at the terminal before him. The cursor blinked like a heartbeat. He typed his first message. "Hi, I'm Leon. Have you ever thought about investing in your dreams?" Wei's messages spread across continents. He spoke to strangers in Singapore, Australia, the US, all under fake names. Every line he wrote felt like a betrayal. But even in darkness, a flicker of resistance survived. He began memorizing details: guard routines, shift rotations, the brand of instant coffee they drank. One night, a storm swept across the valley. Lightning shattered the blackout sky. In the confusion, Wei slipped from his bunk, pressed his ear against the steel door, and listened. Footsteps fading, radios crackling. A young woman, another captive from the Philippines, whispered, "There's a guard who can be bribed. 1,000 US, he looks away." Wei had no money. But he had something else, his name. He told her to contact June through a smuggled phone the workers shared. "Tell him Lin Wei is alive and trapped," he said. June received the message 3 days later through an encrypted chat. At first, he thought it was a prank, until he saw the photo. Wei in a concrete cell, holding a piece of paper with his own name written shakily. June contacted Chinese authorities, who relayed the case to Myanmar through diplomatic channels. But bureaucracy moved like molasses. Meanwhile, the syndicate learned someone had tried to leak information. The search began. The guard who had turned a blind eye disappeared overnight. Wei was dragged into interrogation. The leader, a tall, scar-faced man, slammed a photo of the message on the table. "Who helped you?" he snarled. Wei said nothing. The blow came swift, a fist, then a boot, then silence. He woke hours later on the concrete floor, blood pooling beneath his lip. Still he refused to break. Across the border, international pressure mounted. Reports of Chinese citizens trapped in Southeast Asian scam centers flooded social media. Hashtags trended. News anchors demanded accountability. Then, unexpectedly, the syndicate panicked. A rival group had tipped off Myanmar police. A raid was imminent. Wei was thrown into a truck with others and driven into the jungle to hide. Machine guns rattled in the distance. Chaos. As the convoy stopped at a checkpoint, Wei saw his chance. He lunged for the door, rolling into the mud as gunfire split the air. He ran, through the trees, past barbed wire, across a river swollen with rain. Every breath felt like fire. Every step a prayer. When dawn came, villagers found him collapsed beside the river. They carried him to a police outpost where for the first time in days he saw an official badge, not a gun. His rescue made global headlines within hours. Back in Shanghai, reporters waited outside his apartment. He didn't speak to them. Not yet. He went silent on social media for a month. When he finally returned, his post read, "The greatest illusion isn't what you see on a screen. It's believing evil always looks like evil." The comments poured in, support, sorrow, anger. But Lin Wei wasn't looking for sympathy. He was looking for purpose. He began quietly funding awareness campaigns, warning young actors and influencers about recruitment scams. And at night, when the city lights reflected on his window, he still heard it, the sound of clicking keyboards echoing from that room of ghosts. Months later, Lin Wei returned to acting, not as the boyish romantic hero, but as a man who had seen the machinery of human greed. His new film, Echoes of the Border, was dedicated to those still unseen. It wasn't a blockbuster, but it was something truer. In interviews, when asked how he survived, he simply said, "Because I had to. Someone had to come back and tell the story." And when the lights dimmed on set and the cameras rolled, he found peace, not in pretending but in remembering.